Wo compounds. So wo as a question word does mean where, but when we're talking about wo compounds, wo does not mean the question word where. In English, it means more or less what. So you'll kind of see that as we look at some examples. So it's a little bit confusing, but I promise you it'll make some more sense. So wo compounds are in questions, so we only see them in questions, not statements, and it's when we're asking about the object of the preposition. So instead of saying with where or about where, it becomes with what, about what, for what, und so weiter. So if we said like über den Artikel, about the article, we wouldn't say where, we would say what about the article. Or mit dem Rasierapparat, with the razor, electric razor, we wouldn't say wherewith, we would say with what electric razor. So we're kind of conjugating wo, or translating wo for what in that regard. So let's put this into practice so it will kind of clarify itself. So the wo compounds, like I said, are questions. Previously we looked at da compounds, which were used in statements. So the other thing we need to remember is that they're only for inanimate objects. So previously I said like an article or a razor. Those aren't people, okay? If we're talking about people or even animals, we need to use those personal pronouns. Ich, mich, mir, du, dich, dir, er, ihn, sie, es, wir, uns, ihr, euch. So when we're talking about inanimate objects, we use those wo and da compounds. So this is sort of the formula, if you will. It should look very similar to the da compounds. So we use wo, we use the preposition, we squish those together, unless we need a buffer R. Now this is what's really important. This R is added only if this preposition begins with a vowel, A, O, or U. So if we look at this example, über den Artikel, über begins with a U. Whether or not it has an umlaut doesn't matter. So because this begins with a vowel, we need a buffer R. You can't say wo über, it's worüber. So it kind of even sounds better. So that's sort of what the R does in our formula. It's not always there, but sometimes. Mit dem Rasierapparat, wo mit. So M is not a vowel, so we can just squish the wo and the mit together. And that creates our wo compound. Zum Beispiel, womit duschst du dich? So with what, that's what we're saying. So wo isn't where, but with what shower you yourself? So it's a reflexive verb, but with what do you shower? Ich dusche mich mit der Seife. So here we go, mit. Womit? What do you shower with? I shower with soap. So womit, you should have a prepositional phrase answering that, utilizing that same preposition. With what do you shower? Well, I shower with the soap. Worüber sprichst du? About what do you speak? So there's wo being what, about what, buffer R. Ich spreche über den Artikel. I talk about what are you talking or speaking? I'm speaking or talking about the article. Über den Artikel. So we're utilizing those same prepositions. So ergänzen Sie jeden Satz mit dem fehlenden Wo-Wort. So take a look at these. Every one of these has an answer in the form of a preposition. So write the wo compound that goes in with those questions. So blank, think you, an die deutsche Prüfung. So what about are you thinking? What are you thinking about? Or thinking of, sorry, what are you thinking of the German test? So put the correct wo form there. Pause the video to write those down. And when you are ready, go ahead and resume the video. We'll check those answers in class. Danke.